Um,
Oh, him.
Deirdre's out investigating whether or not the 11th world appeared somewhere else. Oh, and Sophia's waiting for you at the hall. She wants to talk to you again.
Got it.
How are you doing?
I should be asking you.
Well, actually, I feel better when I'm moving around. There's just so much to do, so... Dirk bought us this time, you know, so we can't put it to waste.
Wrong. It's not that we can't put it to waste, but we don't want to put it to waste.
You're right.
So Valfred's to blame for everything.
Not everything. Out of the 11 worlds chosen so far, 4 of those were chosen by the one king.
Which means 7 of those were chosen by Valfred, including the 11th.
I'm sorry. If I'd only talked to you about this sooner.
It's not your fault. Valfred's the one to blame for this.
He even made the Maidstrom vanish. But someone cooperated with me to protect Salsabil. It must have been Lizlan.
Yes.
That scoundrel! How could I have been working for him? I will never forgive myself for that.
But there's one thing I don't understand. Why would Valfred want to do such a thing?
At first, the One King planned to descend after fusing with the first 5 worlds, right?
If the One King would have come down without Valfred's help, why would Valfred up the number of fusions?
I don't know, but I suspect that drawing fragments of other worlds to this world is part of some sort of ritual.
That's right. I heard that in a vision when I touched that Desert Worlds book. Something about completing a ritual with the coming of the 12th world.
The Chancellor spoke of that too. The True Chronicle already says when the 5th fusion and the One King's descension are supposed to occur. But he had to make 12 fusions before the One King's descent instead of just waiting for him.
12.
If the 11th we've just experienced has failed, we've still got 2 left to go. But if it only changed course, then there's only 1 left.
Unfortunately, there's only 1 left.
Deirdre.
Did you find the 11th world somewhere out there?
Yes.
Just as I thought. Without the True Chronicle, all we can do is knock them out of range.
Where'd you find it?
Northwest Pheromond, near the eastern section of the Noslaw Woods.
That area should be nothing but swampland with no people living there.
That's what I saw. So I doubt any towns or villages were affected.
That's good. At least it's good that nothing ended up like the Maidstrom this time. No, this is still a very dangerous situation.
Blue?
If the 11th world has appeared, that means an 11th Chronicle's out there, and if the Chancellor finds that...
He can bring about the 12th world.
No, we won't let that happen, no matter what it takes.
We've got to secure the 11th book before anyone else does.
Then let's get moving.
I'm going too.
Sophia!
The Order no longer has archivists, so the Chancellor himself will most likely go out to find the Chronicle. I was helping that man, and I even thought of him as my father, so I'd like to do what I can to stop him.
Sophia!
I get where you're coming from, so join the party.
Thank you.
As long as we're searching for a Chronicle, we might as well take Lu Tao along.
That won't be necessary.
Huh?
Someone other than him should know of the Chronicle's whereabouts if it's over there. I used a gateway to get a quick look. I called it Rarohenga.
Rarohenga?
That means hell in the language of my world.
Hell? That's not too comforting.
It's such an unusual, horrifying world that Rarohenga is all that comes to mind for a name. The Chronicle might... No. I'm sure it's somewhere in the middle of that world. Please be careful.
You bet. Wish us luck.
What took you so long? It seems I've been waiting an eternity.
Who's there?
Oh,
Valfred, is that you?
Greetings. And thank you for taking care of my daughter.
stop saying that. I'm not your daughter.
Now, why would you say such a sad thing? Haven't you been calling me father all this time, my dear?
Stop it.
Cut the daughter crap already. You tried to make Sophia and the rest of us vanish. And what happened to Dirk and the magedom? It's all your fault.
I really didn't want to do all those things, but they were necessary for the ritual.
Ritual?
What is it you're trying to do, Chancellor? And what is this ritual you speak of?
I'm only trying to bring the one true way to fruition. Nothing, and it shall be done by fusing this world with that of the One King.
What?
What are you saying? I thought you and your ilk believed that it'll happen when the One King arrives. I don't believe that for a second.
Nor do I.
What?
Surely the One King will descend on this world at some point, making it vanish and leaving but a remnant. Just as with the Osterfolk, the Porpoisekin, and all other worlds that were fused to this one.
I knew it.
However, if we can take in the 12th world and invite the One King before that occurs, this world will not have to vanish at all. Yet it will become a single entity with the One King's world.
Is that the ritual you speak of?
Correct. Now that I've answered your queries, I have something of my own I hope you'd be kind enough to comply with. After all, that's what I've been waiting here so long for.
What is it?
It's quite simple, really. You stop fighting and wait patiently with the rest of us.
What?
To get as many people as possible into the One King's world, the Order's principles must be spread. These principles must be accepted in order to enter the One King's world. We don't want to lose any of our comrades who are worthy to enter due to such useless fighting.
What do you mean by useless fighting? You talk as if the One King's descent and our loss to him has already been decided. Succeed or fail, nothing's decided until we try.
How troubling. Am I to assume you're determined to continue fighting as you have been?
You better believe it.
What a pity. Would a good look at this change your mind, perhaps?
It's the 11th Chronicle.
Cripes, he found it first.
Indeed, I did. And why don't I show you what's been recorded in this chronicle? I think you'll find it quite interesting.
What?
Make haste! The One King's control is expanding as we speak.
Don't worry. This spell should take care of the One King once and for all. Look at this!
What was that place?
The original condition of this world before it expired.
Expired?
Its people had a horrendous method of resisting the One King, which eventually led to their own demise. Which is why it has become such a twisted world as you've witnessed today.
What does all this mean?
The instantaneous death of thousands. No, of tens of millions. Every detail was recorded in the true chronicle of this world. But a detailed account of so many deaths was quite heavy for a single chronicle, so it's a bit contorted.
And this contortion was projected into reality, causing the world itself to be twisted?
Correct. Think about it. If you continue fighting, the same thing could very well happen again. It's not too late for you. Accept the Order's principles and come with us to the One King's world.
Not a chance. A world where everything's already determined would be worse than this Rarohenga place in my book. Smiling, crying, even thinking. It'd all be determined in advance and play out as planned.
What is it you find so unappealing about that? Possibilities, emotions, free will, and other such things breed so much fighting, so much suffering. And eventually the world becomes torn, just as this one has. A world where everything has been predetermined would be so peaceful, so beautiful, would it not?
I feel pity for you. But I refuse to accept your words any longer. The pain I felt when my mother passed away, and the joy I felt when Dad did so much to save me. To know those things were not predestined is what gives me hope.
If all feelings and thoughts were predetermined, then there'd be no reason to live. I'd hate that world.
So you'll continue to fight, and risk ending up as this 11th world has. A twisted, hopeless mess.
We won't let that happen, and we won't give it up to the One King. So there's only one thing left to do.
That's right. And first on the list is to shut you down, old man. Man, our attacks just aren't working.
Of course they aren't. It's because I have this.
No!
Yes, it's the true chronicle of this world, with everything about it recorded in exquisite detail. The power of fake chronicles is virtually ineffective against it.
That's not true. Nothing about the 10th or 11th worlds happened as you wrote in the True Chronicle.
Yeah, you never know until you try. The Chronicle of the Shining Legacy.
What? What is happening?
I don't know what's going on, but I'm starting to think we got a real chance here. We can do this.
How can this be? Sophia has the mark of the true chronicle within her. Is that why? Or is it that I'm unable to handle the true chronicle due to my own mortal existence?
What are you rambling about, you old kook? Hand over that 11th book, and the True Chronicle too.
I'm afraid that's impossible. If I can just fuse one more world, the ritual is complete. Then the one true way will come to fruition, and this world will have peace and order under the One King.
That's what you want? Is that really what you're hoping for?
Of course. Why is it that you people are incapable of understanding? If we don't do it like that, this world will eventually be consumed by another and vanish. Don't you see?
Don't be so sure. There's gotta be another way to handle this.
Then be my guest and try this other way you so confidently speak of. In the meantime, I shall perform the final ritual at the Tower of the Way.
Not if I can help it. Hey! It's gone.
He must have gone back to the Tower of the Way.
That old kook, we gotta stop him!